what are some examples of, as you mentioned, with member nations, diverse stakeholders? How do you how do you see cohesion being effectively built in these operations? And of course, you have people doing tours of duty and rotating in and out. So composition of these personnel are always changing. So how do you maintain cohesion over time?
Yes, and so it's like nurturing a relationship in any relationship you can imagine, between individuals, between families, between units, between nations. It's the same thing, and it takes time, it takes trust, and it takes openness. And so, how do we do that? How do we build cohesion? It really starts with, at the individual level, having an interest in what the other nation, what the other parties are doing. It also starts with a shared understanding of our common objectives. We're all oriented on the commander's priorities. We all understand the operational plan. We all understand the operational end states that we're all set out to achieve. And then we work throughout the year. We have a battle rhythm that drives engagements. We have standard processes where we all fall in on, because there's constant rotation of individuals, and so we fall in on standard processes so that we can quickly integrate people onto the team. And then we have an exercise design that allows us to be able to come together and train at the small unit level, a larger collective level, and then twice a year we do combined command post exercises with the ROC Joint Force and the U.S. forces, to be able to practice together. And once we are exercising together, we build confidence in one another, and that confidence then begets trust, and then we just keep repeating that over and over again.
Absolutely. And over again is as it goes since, the 1950s. So over 7 decades now, in which case the United States has had a presence and the UN has had a presence on the peninsula. And you yourself have had a storied career over 3 decades. You've seen a lot of the changes. As you mentioned, you were in Germany and Afghanistan working with the diversity of allied stakeholders. Perhaps both from your previous experiences as well as your current experience here, what have you seen as like major changes in these kind of multinational commands over time, whether it's technology, innovation processes in relation to logistics and the wider operational effectiveness of our armed forces as well as the UN armed forces?
Yeah, I think it really starts with this acknowledgement that no nation fights and wins alone. That any major conflict is going to involve partners and allies in order to be successful. And so that sort of is the start point with it all. I think the other thing too is that I see here in Korea is an acknowledgement of a real and healthy codependency between the U.S. and the ROC forces, the Republic of Korea forces. And so there are capabilities on both sides. There's redundancies, of course, and then there's areas where we complement one another, where we rely on ROC capabilities, and I think ROC relies on U.S. capabilities. And I think when we see that, we're able to come together and train together and be more successful as an alliance when time comes. And not only does that help with warfighting outcomes, but it also has a strong deterrent value for adversaries in the region as well.